So this is a classic misdirection, but we actually hit Zyra with the net. So it started with trap, and then we pretended to look at the tower, and then we sprinted at Zyra, and then we hit Zyra with net while she's autoing, and then we misdirected that into a Q onto Zyra, which is lethal, and then we actually hit the Zyra, so we procced the headshot, and then we noticed that she's in headshot range, so we sprinted forward for it with Ghost, okay? So basically, in a nutshell, the mechanics you really need to know are trap yourself on engage, right? Trap yourself before engage. Q flash is a pseudo guarantee on Q, so when you're flashing an important ability, you should Q to combo or trap to combo. Always have Q flash or trap flash every time you flash, pretty much no exceptions. Every time you net, you must combo with the trap or Q because it's a free W timer. Because you can't do anything mid-air on net, so you might as well trap. And it's also a misdirect for your Q, so it's pretty much a free Q timer. So anytime you net, must trap or Q, okay? The rest of it is trapping on convex angles, so that the game makes the enemy champion path on it. And then if you can cash out on Q, do it. So on trap, Q immediately. On team ACC, Q immediately. And that's pretty much it. Caitlyn in a nutshell, okay? Oh yeah, and last but not least, make sure you have headshot ready every time you go into a fight. So anytime you're clearing mid, make sure you have headshot after you clear the wave. That's why static is so good. Hello, my my little minions, I guess. I don't really know how to start this video, but I'm here to do a little mini Caitlyn guide. I don't know. I just felt like it today. I was like, man, I should make something. And then I was like, what do you guys want? And then so I was like, I have no idea what you guys want. Let's make a little mini Caitlyn mechanics guide, okay? And we'll probably briefly cover over like builds and stuff and whatnot. But basically, the format of this video is gonna be how I play Caitlyn in these dark and trying times. If you didn't know, in Platinum Plus, Caitlyn has the second worst win rate of all the ADCs, just shy of being the worst if it wasn't for Aphelios, okay? And if you haven't noticed, she's kind of terrible right now, okay? And so I'm going to teach you guys how I play Caitlyn. At least mechanically, you can probably learn a lot from this video. And then from like a build perspective, you guys, you can see my insight into my like thought process in choosing my runes, items, and whatnot. Okay, so let's get into it. So basically, in terms of like runes, you have actually a few options. So right now I prefer this precision tree, usually lethal tempo or fleet fork. I think it makes the laning a lot better. And so something typical would be like let's say like we gotta play safe. It'd be something like this, and then we take absolute focus, gathering storm for the late game scaling, right? And then other like runes you can do, like other sample rune pages, it would be like lethal tempo if you can get lethal tempo value in lane. And then Dark Harvest is a classic. Okay, so I will run Dark Harvest if basically I'm feeling like it. I'm not gonna lie. You can harvest the shit out of them in lane. We've got some like bully lane, Caitlyn Lux versus like I don't know, something really weak. Okay, something plus Jenna. You know what I'm saying? We got the counter matchup. It's free. And then like another rune page you'll see me do sometimes is we can run first strike with minion DMAT. This is also doable. This is also against the free lane. This is basically like if you think you can get first strike value outside of lane and it's a free lane. So what I mean by that is you're gonna press R on a squishy target. Like Zyra support, I fucking love first strike against Zyra support. You just press R on her the entire game. They can't play the game. Usually they can't sustain up the poke. So if they have like a Sona or a Nami or a Yumi, I'm probably not gonna be running first strike. They're just gonna heal after you press R, right? This is like a press R first, okay? So everyone loves the spicy Dark Harvest. So we're gonna run Dark Harvest. And then of course take DRX because this is the best skin in the game. And then let's get into the practice tool where I will teach you the most important fundamental mechanics you need to know. Okay, so first let's talk about builds. Okay, so currently I am a static only. Okay, so I will run static first no matter what. It does not matter what the build is. I feel like if you don't take static first, you can't play the game as Caitlyn. Okay, so here's the reasoning. Okay, the problem with Caitlyn is that she cannot get to the point where she can reliably carry. And that point is when you can threaten the closest person with headshot. Passive headshot being. And that point okay, is when you hit level 13 and like 3 items at a minimum. Okay, so how do we get there? Static is gonna help us get there consistently. Okay, so I used to run like collective first. I used to run like essence first. I think all that stuff is not as consistent because let's say something goes wrong, your team dying. Maybe you need to push and then like push and run because you know your whole team is dying. But actually, sometimes they're doing dragon and you can't push and run in time because everyone has infinite move speed. They come catch you, and then you're like pissed because not only did your team die, you also couldn't get the wave and then run away. You know, stuff like that. That happens all the time. Like in the mid game, your team, someone gets caught, they're doing the dragon, you want to trade sides, so you want to push mid, but all of a sudden one person comes and like solos you, and it's like, what the fuck, like I actually couldn't get the wave in time. So static is going to allow you to mitigate some BS like that. Like actually, if some BS happens, oh, I touched the wave, press Q, instantly cleared. Okay, so that's why we run static every game. Very important. Anytime I do not run static, I instantly regret it. Okay, so I am static forever until proven otherwise. Okay, now let's get into like build ideas. So one idea I've been running is going IE against frontline. Let's see, we have to right click. I don't know, for whatever reason we just gotta right click. I would say if you have no idea how to play Caitlyn, you should probably run this strategy. We buy IE second, and then depending on the game, it could really be anything. Usually like rapid fire, or maybe like a Lord Doms if you're like really behind, or maybe even like, I don't know, I haven't actually run collector third because if I'm gonna buy a collector, I'm gonna go Duskblade. But it can really be a lot of things. Okay, so I would recommend like a Zeo third, PD third, Lord Dom third, or a Runon's third even. I don't know. But yeah, a typical like IE full build will have to include like a BT, a Lord Dom, and a Rapid Fire. And then eventually you would sell Static. Essence did get nerfed for later, but I'm still kind of down for the ability haste. Basically, it's your choice of crit item here. Or alternatively, you could buy a non-crit item like a GA and sell boots, okay? And something like this would be like your late game build. Maybe if we're feeling interesting, maybe we could do something like this. Or sorry, maybe we would buy like a crit item here. I don't know, something like... Let's say something inane like this, and then we buy like a Wit's End. It doesn't really matter, okay? Well, it kind of matters. Just remember that your core items are like IE, Rapid Fire, Lord, Dom, BT, okay? And then the other build path, the one that everyone likes, you know, the more interesting one, is we go Static. And then I've been running like an idea of Essence because it got buffed earlier into a Duskblade. You don't have to do that. It's still kind of experimental, but I think it's actually not bad. If you don't like Essence, then you can just do the El Clasico. We do the Duskblade into Collector, into Lord Doms, and this is going to kill pretty much everyone in the entire game. And then obviously you go BT for the AD, sell boots. Now this is a giga cracked build because you can have 6 items, no boots, and it's super lit, okay? Very much a ulti value build, Q value build, okay? Now, let's get into mechanical ideas. Okay, so let's start with the basics, okay? So we're going to assume you know what all of Caitlyn's abilities do, okay? So habits to know. They're the most important habits, mechanical habits for you to know on Caitlyn right now, okay? We're going to start with Q, okay? Q is going to be your main damage dealer no matter what build you're running until like level 13. So it's very important. So I'm going to tell you, the first rule is that if you can hit the Q, do it. Okay, so if someone is like Blitz is hooking and you're like, ah shit, I didn't trap in time, it doesn't matter, just cash out EQ. Okay, if you can cash out full damage Q, no hesitation, you just do it. Okay, that's rule number 1 because this is your entire damage. And what I mean by that is you need full damage Q. It cannot go through minions or anything like that. Okay, full cash out on full damage Q as fast as possible because this is your this is basically all your damage and you're not going to get many opportunities to guarantee a hit on this. Okay, so let's say someone's running at you, right? And it's a squishy target. Don't greed for the EW. Okay, I didn't even EW. Don't greed for the EW. I'm down to just cash out on EQ with a headshot. Okay, that's rule number 1. Now, extending from that is on trap target. Let's say someone rounds the corner, they step on a trap. And you hear that sound? Q first. Okay, the reason being is that if you do not Q first, let's say they step on a trap. And you're like, oh shit, they step on a trap, auto attack Q. At that last second, right before that Q hits, they can flash out, dash out, heal dodge. They can do anything. They can like blink out. They can pretty much do anything. Okay, and especially if they have Merc Treads or any kind of tenacity. So when you hear this sound, Q first. When I hear this sound, I look for it. I'm like Q first. And you know, if you auto attack late, that's actually fine because they can't dodge the auto attack. Like watch, Q. Oh shit, I got a Q. And that auto attack will follow them no matter where they flash or where they blink or whatever. They cannot dodge the auto attack, but they can dodge the Q right before it reaches them. So Q first, most important mechanic on trap. Okay, is Q first. Okay, second. Let's go to, we talked about Q. Oh yeah, we should talk about flash ideas because I think some of the clips I'm going to show you is going to have some flash ideas. So when you need a flash dodge and ability, Q, you can use your flash as a pseudo guarantee to land your Q. What am I talking about here? Let's say someone's chasing you, and if you Q them in the face, if you Q the squishy target, it's extremely obvious. Look, I'm going to auto attack and Q. Caitlyn is looking in this direction the entire time. They know exactly where you're firing that Q. Look, you do this, it's never going to hit, I promise you, okay? Now, if you do something like ways to pretend you're not Qing them, is to attack something else, right? You should attack something else in a different direction, and then they'll think you're aiming over here, but in fact, you're looking at them, right? Very effective, very effective. This is the first basic to memorize. Second basic to memorize is using net. Same concept. You're looking over here, and you Q midair, okay? You can do this. And I'm sure if you guys watch any of my videos, you've seen this a lot, right? You need to misdirect your actual Q, okay? You need to misdirect your actual skill shot. You need to make them think you're looking in a different direction. And then if this net is important to land on this target, okay, now you got to auto attack first, net, and then Q. You see what I'm saying? So like this guy's lethal, you need to net this guy, then you must look in this direction. Okay? So you're gonna like something like this. Okay? And that's how you like start chaining things together. Okay? First step is you need to land a skill shot on a non-CC target. You must misdirect somehow. Another example is auto attack him, right? And all of a sudden you net this guy, then the first target's like, wait, he's looking over here, and you kill him in the face, right? It'd be like this. Something like that. Okay? Anyways, it's something you should practice. Misdirection, very important for landing your skill shots. But that leads us to our second point is the other way you can pseudo guarantee your Q is with flash. Okay, when you flash, your opponent's like, oh shit, what are they doing? Okay, so let's say I'm looking over here and I flash like this. This is a pseudo guarantee because he has no idea what it looks like. Like if I'm looking at this, I'm like, what the fuck is Caitlyn doing? And then the Q is coming out, right? So very good way to A, dodge an important ability, and B, pseudo land Q. So anytime you're flashing, you should in fact prepare a Q. Okay, so anytime you're flashing, I have to flash this Ash arrow. I'm auto attacking this guy. Oh shit, I flashed Ash arrow. Q flash. You must prepare Q flash in your head. And the only way to do that is say, oh, I gotta flash the arrow beforehand. Therefore, I'm gonna Q beforehand, like this. Okay, or this is a blitz hook. Okay, I'll go like this. Okay. Second way to get more flash value is with a trap. Okay, if you have no Q available or Q flash is not valuable because they're frontline or something, must trap flash, and ideally trap to where you're going, like this. Okay. Or trap where they are. So let's say this is a ranged champion, and I'm going to flash over here. The path they will take is along this wall. Trap flash like this. Okay? And if you need to be more conservative because they have more move speed, like this. Okay? It's very important. And then if this is an assassin chasing you, trap to where you're going like this. Okay? Very important that you can squeeze more value out of your flash because, you know, your flash plays are going to be very impactful when you play the game. Okay? Now, next combo that you need to know obviously is going to be EW, but it's not the EW that you all know. Okay, so this is the EW that you guys all know. Okay, you're just gonna EW the same guy. Okay, now this is not bad. It's actually the standard. Okay, EW the same guy is actually quite standard, but I would actually say this is not the most important. Because if you're already hitting them with E, you should probably just cash out Q. If this is a ranged character, you should just cash out with Q. Okay. If you want to EW, you can go for it. Well, nowadays I'm just cashing out. If I hit him with a slow, oh fuck it, I'm a Q. Okay. Now the important EW combo is for kiting, because today's League of Legends is melee champ touches you, you're fucking dead, right? They touch you with any ability, you're just dying. Like you guys all seen it. Aurelia stacks up her passive Q, you auto attack, you're like half health, straight up. Like Q auto attack is literally half your health. You're down to here. Auto attack you, 3 auto attacks, you're dead, right? So the combo you need to know is EW, but the trap placement is to where you're going. So I'm gonna go here. I have to trap over here. Oh my god, sorry. There is a timing, by the way, to this. And if I do it better, it will look something like this. This is actually not far enough, okay? So I want to put it like over here. So by the time the trap is armed, I'm on top of it. That is the ideal timing, okay? Like this, okay? And I'm out of here, okay? Or like this one. And you round the corner, something like this, okay? Now, the reason why it has to be so far away is because these guys are going to flash. Look, it armed, and I'm over here. They will flash past it. I promise you it happens all the time, okay? So tricks you need to know. Trap, EW, okay? This is how you get more traps out. You can always trap before actions. Trap before auto, right? Trap before auto. Trap before net, EW. And then you can put down 3 traps like that. Stuff like that, okay? Oh yeah, you should weave your traps between abilities. Like, trap is the most important timer. So I would trap first. So we're doing our misdirection idea. Remember, misdirection is you're facing a direction with an action, hiding your actual skill shot intent. I want to net this guy, trap this guy over here, and all of a sudden I've misdirected 2 people. This guy got hit by the net. This guy got hit by the Q. Stuff like that. Okay. So I know it's hard to all keep in your head, but this is just kind of like the rundown. So you guys just go practice this in your games and or the practice tool. We got to do this fast because otherwise the video will be like an hour long. Anyways, next combo you need to know is oh yeah, did we talk about EQ? Basically, you can use your Q mid net, right? You can change the direction of this. It will fire in your mid-air. So if it looks like this is the right angle, right? Or you should aim, this is the forbidden combo, you aim the same target. If you miss the forbidden combo, you're fucked, okay? So this is why it's called the forbidden combo, is because you guys use it all the time without thinking. So you should be very careful with the forbidden combo. So I would rather misdirect and then forbidden combo, right? Like misdirect, forbidden combo. But if you just auto-attack him forbidden combo, you will miss 90% of the time. I promise you, bro. Everyone's got infinite move speed and whatnot. You will miss 90% of the time. Must misdirect infinite combo. Alright, sorry. Forbidden combo, okay? So anything like this, and then like this will be amazing, okay? Now, another little cheeky combo you can do. This is not important at all. This is just for you guys who are trying to style. Is you can ER, okay? And why is this important? In bot lane, if there's support ADC is low, you can actually net the support to slow them, right? And then immediately ulti, and still have time to proc the headshot. Okay, a little bit cheeky, but very doable. You can also do it on the same target, right? You're just gonna you can surprise kill them. For example, if you have net headshot ulti lethal, you can actually surprise them by going like this, switch up the order, and then headshot them. They'll still be chasing you because they don't know they're about to die. Because if you do this instead, and then you ulti them, they have time to like kill you or something. I promise you, they do have time to kill you or something weird. Okay, so if you switch up the order, it's actually very relevant. You can even be cheeky, like you can do like a trap ER, right? Anything like that is very good. Anytime you ulti, you should also trap yourself. Remember, trap can be used before any action. Okay, so trap before auto, right? Trap before Q to misdirect. Okay, and then trap before net to influence movement. Okay, and then trap before R. Okay. So trap can be used before literally auto attack Q, W, or sorry, not trap before trap. Auto attack Q, E, and R. Okay, very important. And flash. Okay, trap before flash, something like that. Oops, I'm flashing the wrong way. Anyways, these are the basic mechanics now. Okay, now let's get into actual gameplay. Oh yeah, actually, sorry, we should do some more mechanical ideas. Okay, so in fights, the things you want to watch for are on trap. You must Q first. Okay, we talked about that. And second rule, every time you use net, you must combo. Okay, I don't care what happens. Every time you net, it's because you need to run away from a frontline carry, frontline diver. So you must trap to where you're going. Okay, or it's a ranged champion trying to chase you, trap right in front of them. Or you have lethal with EQ. So EQ. Okay, net must be comboed with one of these things. Okay, EW kiting, EW kiting range champion, or EQ lethal, or EQ damage, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, maybe even ER. Okay, there is almost no situation where you should not do one of these three things. Okay, trap is extremely important to combo with net because it's basically a free time. While you're mid-air, you can't do anything anyways, so you're putting down a trap for free. Okay, very important, very important. Another mechanical tip you need to know, something we already discussed, is you must trap before anything. Okay, so let's say we're in a fight here, and we are trying to take control of this dragon because it's like a dragon fight going on, and it's like a Talon and like a Hecarim. Okay, so one thing you need to know is you must see the fight before it happens, see how they're going to engage on you. Okay, so what I mean by that is these traps, they needs to be used before the fight even happens. Like the traps need to be on the ground before they even go for you. Okay, Hecarim ultis you and you trap. That's too late. That shit. That ulti's bad. That ulti's past the trap already. Okay, and the trap must come before the engage. 9 times out of 10. Okay, they have a Hecarim here. I'm trapping this, standing here. Trap myself. Boom. From this direct line, he has to run past this in order to get to me. And then if he wants to ulti past this, I have a trap on top of me. So if he E's me or ultis me, he must be trapped. If he's not trapped, you fucked up. Okay? Same thing with Talon. Okay? Talon's trying to jump over the wall. I'm going to trap the wall, or I'm going to trap myself. Or you should do both. Okay? So the amount of traps you need to save is 1 for teammate CC. I have Morgana. I need to save a trap. 1 for EW combo. And then everything else should be terrain-based, preventing enemy engage. Enemy melee engage. Okay? And so to give you an idea of good at trap ideas is anytime there is a convex angle, okay, you should convex like this, you should put it at the like the angle, the tip or whatever. Okay, concave is like this is concave. Okay, where the game will not make you path past it. Look, if I'm clicking here to the scuttle crab, it will not make me path through a concave angle. The game will not allow it. Or sorry, the game will not naturally do it. Okay, so convex though, it will always path you on the convex angle. Okay, so I am in this river bush. I'm gonna go to chickens. This is the convex angle. Boom. I'm gonna click over there, and the game will path me along the trap, and another convex angle right here. Okay, so anytime you're playing Caitlyn, set up traps, concave angle where enemy melee will engage on you. Okay, so we're fighting this dragon. Let's just go to Baron. Fuck it. Okay, we're gonna go Baron here, and we're like have to face check this. Okay, and then they're on the Baron. Okay, so convex angles is you can include bridges if you want. Like boom, boom, boom. This is my approach. Okay, and now I'm fighting trap EW, and now I have like infinite traps. This trap is not very good. It should probably be like over here even. And now if they want to engage, they're stepping on all their shit. And then a ranged champion wants to go in the bush. They're gonna step on that one. Sorry, you should make sure it's in the bush so they don't see it. Boom. Okay. That's what you want to do. And then the other thing you need to know is if you have 3 items and you don't have headshot up, you're fucking trolling. Okay, so what I mean by that is let's dump this headshot real quick, and then let's spawn minions. Okay, so let's say we're like clearing minions. Let's say we're clearing minions here. I know it's like really weird that we're clearing minions in their base, but where's the minions here? But here we go. Okay, I have no stacks. Okay, I'm clearing mid. Pretend I'm clearing mid here at their inhibitor. I'm clearing mid. I need 6. I need a headshot no matter what, so that when the fight starts, I can headshot the closest guy or headshot a juicy target. Okay, so I go like this: 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Q. Boom. 6. Boom. Done. I have headshot. Now I can go fight. Now, the reason why this is so important is because you're at 3+ items and you don't do this, you're missing infinite damage, right? Because when I approach this Baron fight over here, and then I see that their ADC is low, I can flash and like headshot them, right? Like this, something like that. I have like a flash headshot play, and I one-shot them, and the enemy secondary carry is right here, sees that I'm headshotting this guy, missed the reg, boom, and now I just combo infinite, right? And now we're just combo infinite here. Like, look at this. Like how crazy can it be? I'm like trapping the approach. Let me get a headshot ready. Okay, this is like a sample play. Okay, this is like a sample play. Enemy Kai'Sa's low, flash, EW, Q, right? And now everyone's like dying, right? And then this is like an example. Okay, it doesn't even have to be like that. It doesn't have to look like that. It's just that that's just like how the setup works, right? Is that you start with headshot, you have a headshot play. That's naturally a lead-in to trap first, which is naturally a lead-in to headshot, which is misdirecting into another skill shot with net, and then like it's a melee assassin. So sorry, this EW is really bad. If this is the melee assassin, right? Pretend this auto is a headshot. Let's say we get like a trap, headshot, EW to where I'm going, Q flash. Okay, and that's how like these plays get chained together, is with these habits that I just talked about. Okay, and it'll become like, it should become second nature to you once you can kind of do these automatically. And anytime someone's trapped, of course, Q first, right? Okay, now those are kind of the basics here. One thing, some like nuances we're about to see. Let's show you like the highlight clips where we're strong and we can do some crazy stuff. And then next, I'm gonna show you the last 3 days of me playing Caitlyn, just like some like random kills, so you guys can get a feel for what's going on here. Okay, so let's hop into the clips. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the like montage clips first. Okay, let's take a look. And I guess I'm gonna have to mute this because I'm like talking in these, but I'm gonna explain to you what's going on here. Okay, so here, this is the Z clip, right? Where he ultis and then on trap I Q, right? It's very simple. It looks like it's happening really fast, but if we rewind it, you'll notice that the trap comes first anytime there's a play happening. The trap must come first. Anytime you're surprised, okay? The trap must come first. Otherwise, the timing's fucked because it takes 1.1 seconds for the trap to arm, and you die in about 1.5 seconds, okay? In today's League of Legends, maybe less. So trap must come first, and then after that, you look for net, or if they get trapped, you Q first, and then you finish the play, okay? So in this case, Z ulti will always come out behind you, trap behind you immediately, or trap immediately and stand on top of the trap, and then you just chill. He gets trapped. Make space, Q first, kill him. Okay, next. Okay, this is a classic EQ sideways, right? I don't have to explain this, right? But basically, we're just gonna go with the. We had headshot up. We were counting our headshot, and then we just headshot EQ sideways. Right? It's pretty self-explanatory, right? And EQ, misdirection EQ is best used when they're lethal, okay? So if you look at this one's a classic. I see he's lethal, obviously, because he has the Duskblade on him, the Dark Harvest ready. I'm just going to EQ directly at them. And the trick for EQ is that assume they will stand still, okay? What I mean by that is when they see you net, they'll go back to the original position. I don't know why, but they will naturally go back to their original position. So just shoot it directly at them, okay? So in this case, we're using this misdirection technique to pretend to look at Udyr when in fact we're looking at Varus. And we're using our net to misdirect while the Q is the actual target. Varus is the actual target. And we also got the Knowledge Hook for free. It's kind of lit. Next. This one's with full items. And one thing to note is that this is from before the ADC item rework. So now you cannot buy IE with Duskblade because IE is also mythic. But it does not change the playstyle, okay? So you're going to see some old clips, but it's the exact same playmaking ideas, right? Instead of an IE, here it would be like a collector or something, right? So no problem, okay? So here you can see we start with headshot, very important. You just headshot a carry, and then you trap convex angle, and then you trap the CC for Ashe, and they're all dead, okay? And now if you want to break it down, if you want to break down these habits real quick, we go back. Remember, we stacked up our headshot before we make our play. We headshot a carry, instantly kill them. And then we trap before action, right? Trap convex. Then we auto-attacked. And then on auto-attack, we trapped the Ashe that was being CC'd. And then we queued, right? Sorry, who do we queue here? We're supposed to queue on trap, but I guess Lulu is just dead no matter what. We queued Ashe instead. And then we finished with net. But you can finish with anything, honestly. You can just right-click or something. It doesn't really matter, right? But that's kind of like the general idea, okay? That's how you can pump out all this damage. This one's kind of a banger. We're going to split EQ here. So we have a headshot ready, right? Trap on the tower is very good. Then we net... We net the Zyra, and then Q the Xayah, and she instantly died. And I'm like, oh, I have headshot still, and I just ran forward to kill Zyra, okay? So this is a classic misdirection, but we actually hit Zyra with the net. So it started with trap, and then we pretend to look at the tower, and then we sprinted at Zyra, and then we hit Zyra with net while she's autoing, and then we misdirected that into a Q onto Xayah, which is lethal, and then we actually hit the Zyra, so we procced the headshot. And then we noticed that she's in headshot range, so we sprinted forward for it with Ghost, okay? So, if you didn't catch all that, I wanted to Q the Xayah. So how do I Q the Xayah? I must misdirect hit the Xayah somehow. How do we do that? I must use net on someone, on Zyra. How do I want to use the Zyra net? I misdirect by hitting the tower and then sprint at her, okay? So, misdirect the Q with your net, misdirect the net by sprinting at the tower, right? Pretending to auto it, and then there you go. That's the play. Then net the Zyra, Q the Xayah, finish Zyra. Sprint forward with headshot. Okay. Okay, so this is the so we love playing Caitlyn against Rakan because for some reason Caitlyn trap actually stops Rakan midair. Okay, so if you look at this, all you have to do is prepare EW. Okay, remember, we prepare EW to where you're going. This is a little bit of a mistake. We put it a little bit in front of him. It kind of works out because he doesn't have flash, but if he had flash, we might have been in trouble. Okay, but EW, very important. Remember, anytime you net, must combo with trap. Very important, so that you can get plays like this. But usually against Rakan, you want to pre-place in convex angles so that he can't just flash engage on you, right? This is a fun little Kane trap. Oh yeah, you can trap on Pantheon ulti too. I'm sure you guys know how to do stuff like that, right? Trap on TP and stuff. So in this case, we need to stack headshot. We don't have headshot. EW, and then W again, right? So the way we did this one is if you look here, the first trap is a little bit of a misdirection. This is never gonna hit, right? We're just putting EW down. We're just making sure we W on net, okay? And then the second trap is actually on this convex angle. You'll notice it's on this convex angle. Sure, Kane will try and dodge down to this, but I didn't really plan that. It's just kind of lucky. But this trap is on the convex angle. Well, he will path over. Okay, so he queued over it, and then remember, on trap, Q first. Okay, so I queued, and then that's how we got the kill. If you don't queue there, you actually don't get the Q. The Q is like a lot of damage. I promise you guys, you need to find the angle to find the Q. And the ways to find the Q is to misdirect, Q on CC target with teammates, Q on your own trap. Okay, those are your main ideas. Q with net. Okay, but you need to find a way to land the Q though. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what to say about this, but it's pretty self-explanatory, right? So basically, we started with ulti because I thought it'd be useful. I actually killed Lulu on accident. It's kind of funny. Now, remember, important, we're starting with headshot here, right? So we're gonna walk up, and then we're like, oh shit, the Aurelia is flash stunning us. Okay, chain Q with flash. So we chain Q with flash and ended up killing Fiddle, and now we actually have headshot for the actual Aurelia, right? And you'll notice in this play, you'll notice a common theme in these plays is that you don't actually basic auto attack a single time. That's why you have to start with headshot, right? Is because if you have the basic auto attack to stack headshot, it might be doomed. Okay, you're really only base stacking headshot on the front line. Otherwise, if you have to stack headshot on the back line, you're griefing. Unless you're actually hiding your headshot and you have 5 stacks, that's genius. Okay, 5 stacks, auto, then headshot. That's really good. Then you hide your headshot. But yeah, most of these plays you need to start with headshot. Okay. Oh, this one's insane. I don't even know how I did this one. But you can see me preparing traps for the enemy engage. Okay, I stacked headshot and I'm ready. Headshot this squishy target. And then this one's really crazy. Okay, this is a 2-for-1. I misdirect the Q by making sure, because Zeri's in lethal range and I want to Q her, but I can't just Q her, right? So I need a combo with flash or combo with net. Okay, there's only 2 ways. You must combo with flash, combo with net. The other way is E flash, hit Zeri. That's also another way to guarantee the E here. You can have multiple ways to kill her. Okay, so in this case, we actually use net on the Rakan W and then Q the Zeri. Okay, so basically the trigger to finding your misdirect Q is they die in 1 Q. Then misdirect with trap Q or flash. Okay, usually net. Sorry, trap Q or flash. I said trap net or flash. Sorry. Let's look at this one. Oh, this one's another spicy one. So here, I'm just gonna ulti first. Usually against assassins, you can ulti first to make it so it's hard for them to go on you. And then, I mean, this one's pretty simple. This guy's just, I'm just doing whatever to bait his ulti. Okay, guys, I'm just like fucking dumping abilities to just get him to ulti me so I can net a trap. That's basically what it is. Okay, I'm just dumping EQ to make him ulti me. That's all. Okay, this one's kind of funny. There's obviously no more prowlers anymore, so you guys might be like, what's the point of this play? But actually, flashing over the wall in these kind of positions is actually, you can actually find a lot of angles because it's a pseudo guarantee on your EQ. Because they won't see your EQ come out. They literally can't see it. So you don't have to misdirect anything. They just don't know what's coming. You can E flash Q. Okay, so what you see here is just E flash Q immediately. And I do think that the headshot here was a mistake. Okay, so if we break it down, you can ignore the whole prowlers and everything after. If you break it down, the auto attack kind of gave away that I was doing something. So if you're going to go for this play, you should not auto attack. You should, in fact, just E flash Q. Okay, or if you're going to E flash cancel against the wall, then you should E flash auto attack headshot auto cancel. But you should E flash Q. Okay, I would recommend E flash Q hold headshot. Another Q flash example. Again, this is against Ari, so we need to flash a charm. And how can we guarantee the Q while flashing charm? Just Q flash. Okay, so I'm waiting for it. Q flash. Boom. I won. Okay, and that's kind of the idea here. Okay, is Q flash is very strong for pseudo guarantee damage onto a carry while dodging an ability. This is another one where you pseudo guarantee Q flash. So in this case, I'm stacking up headshot, right? And now I know that headshot will bring her down to 1 HP. So how do I get the last 1 HP? Well, if I use ulti, she has spell shield, right? And if I use flash Q, it's way too obvious. So Q flash is a pseudo guarantee, I promise you, because they have no idea what you're doing, right? So just Q flash. She has no idea what you're doing. She got hit by the Q because she didn't know she was supposed to spell shield it. She didn't even see it coming, right? And then I hit it with a headshot. Okay, and that's how you can make plays like this. Another Q flash example. It seems like Q is your main damage ability. Spoilers, main damage ability until you're level 13. So everything, you're gonna get a lot of value out of Q flash. So anytime you have to dodge an ability, Q flash is lit. And I even kind of messed it up here, but at least I dodged Jarvan's damage. But yeah, this triple kill is set up by knowing that Q is lethal or close to lethal, and so since the main and you need to dodge an ability, namely the Jarvan EQ. So sprint at them, Q flash, pseudo guarantee, because they will turn around and then you can kill everyone. And then the net is very natural after. You don't have to worry about that. I'm sure you guys can instinctively net, just like net someone, right? And then ulti is very natural, right? You just lethal. So the really the hard part is the initial steps with the Caitlyn combos. Another Q flash example, you're gonna see like a ton of these, I guess. Thresh try to go for a little misdirect there as well. Here you'll notice that we're going to wait until we can guarantee Q. And you saw that I waited until I could Q flash, right? Because if you don't, Ezreal will in fact flash your Q, right? Let's see. This is a random quad. You just stack headshot and go for a play here for sure, right? Okay, I'm 2 and 5 in this clip. Oh, I dumped headshot. I'm trolling. So if you dump headshot before joining the fight, you must stack first. So you see, I'm stacking before joining the fight, right? And then you're like, okay, who I don't want a headshot? Down a headshot, the closest guy for kills. Boom, done. And then I'm like, okay, I have Q. Oh, I see a trap. Q on trap. I fucked up. You see how I fucked up? How Talia can move for a second? That was a mistake because she actually could have flashed the Q there. So here that you see the trap, you must Q first. That would have been a perfect play if I Q first. And then when it comes to Zarya, you're at like 3 items. Then you can E flash, right? Remember, headshot is like lethal on backline target, and net is a headshot, so you can E flash. E flash becomes an available play. Okay. And then Yuumi is like helpless or whatever. So that's whatever. Here's another interesting one. I guess it's another Q flash. You're seeing a lot of Q flash examples here. Basically, anytime they're engaging at you, must trap first. And then after that, it's Q flash, right? Must trap first. Since he's killing you, you flash. And then since he's trapped, you Q. See how these habits are just very chained together? Must trap first. He's trapped, then Q. Okay? The net and the flash are kind of like whatever. Obviously, you have to flash, otherwise he's going to kill you. But the important parts there are you must trap first. And then on trap, you must Q. Okay. Another flash over the wall example. Remember, we started with headshot, always starting with headshot. And then if you want to flash over, just E flash Q. Or in this case, I E flash double headshot. Or Q first, E flash double headshot is kind of lit. But yeah, that guy's just dead. Another example where they are engaging on you, so you must trap first. Very important. I look at this. This guy's 6, 1, and 3 Galio, okay? Something happens, dude, it doesn't matter what happens, you must trap first or you lose, okay? So first thing I did was trap first, and then the second thing I did was trap first, right? And then I queued on trap. That's the only way you're ever gonna win. Is trap first, then queue on trap. Oh, I survived here, don't worry about that. Again, another example where melee carry is engaging on you. Must trap first. Again, it's really the same thing. If you take anything away from this video, you must trap first, okay? And then you make your play once they get trapped. If you can't do that, then it's unplayable. Right? This one's just kind of funny. I'm trying to snipe this Gragas, right? So I'm going for an EQ here. But then somehow Swain flashes into it and blocks it, and then I shoot Gragas midair. That's just kind of funny. That's just a funny play for you guys to take a look at. This one's a Q2v2, so in this case, make sure that if you can cash out Q, you do. So I saw that Varus is CC'd, so I cashed out on Q because that's all your damage. So make sure you get the Q off. And then the second part to this was just flashing enemy damage. So the CC part was Nautilus, so then the damage part is Varus Q. So you'll notice that the two important parts of this were Q Varus when he gets CC'd, when it's guaranteed, then flash his damage, his Q, and then you win, okay? This is apparently a funny clip. Again, we're starting with headshot. Probably just gonna headshot someone here. Oh, he stepped on a trap. He's just dead. Can I get an XDD in the YouTube comments? He's just dead. Okay, so now you saw the highlight clips. Let me show you some more normal clips. The clips I have in the last 3 days. Okay. So let's see if we can watch these and look at some more mundane Caitlyn clips, where we explain how these mechanical habits are useful. So in this clip, I tried to trap Swain, but you'll notice that the instant I try to trap, I just go for the. If I can cash out EQ, I did. Right, actually no flash. If I can hit it, I just hit it. That's all your damage. And then here's a tip: against like highly mobile champions like Rakan and whatnot, you should save your Q. When Nidalee stepped on that trap, you should definitely Q her. But you'll notice that I'm just focusing Rakan, right? And then I just hit him until I can do it, until I can kill him, and then finally, when I think I can land the EQ, I go for it. Okay, so it's very important to not just toss out Q for fun. This one's also pretty simple. I'm going for the trap on Milio, but he gets away. Kai'Sa flashes forward. We just trap on convex angles, both convex angles, and then she dies. That's about it, right? We just focus Kai'Sa. Okay, so you notice I'm holding ulti because I can't actually hit her yet, right? And then I wait until Xayah is in a spot where her teammates can't block the ulti. And then in this one, I just wait until I think Ahri's gonna dash in, and the instant she gets stunned, I Q. Okay, don't greed for the trap or whatever. If you can remember, if you can cash out, the whole point of trap in the early mid game is to land the Q. So if you can land the Q, just toss the Q, right? So there, I just net because I know Ahri's gonna ulti forward, and then when she got stunned, I immediately Q. I'm not trying to go for trap or anything. If you can get the trap guaranteed, go for it. But oftentimes you cannot get the trap guaranteed. Okay, so this one's kind of a classic. You can see in this setup, I have a trap in the chicken's bush, right? At a convex angle, so that if they path into the chicken's bush towards me, they will get hit. And then my EW is also at a convex angle, right? Along the wall, on a convex angle, right? And then last but not least, you can see that with Elise Flash Cocoon, I prepare Q Flash, right? To make sure that I can get more value out of my flash. I can hit the Xayah. I know it's not full damage, but it's worth enough for me to go for it, right? So yeah, more Q Flash ideas. Okay, this one's kind of interesting. I remember this one. So you can think of your traps as basically extensions of the wall. So if you see like a mobile enemy carry or support running into a a spot where you can cut them off. So in this case, my Shigo's in the river. She's about to round this corner. If I put a trap at where this Ashe is kind of standing here, then at that angle, then she can't escape, right? And so she's forced to fight or step on the trap. So then in this case, I can like land the net. I kind of messed up the net, but all this trap and net enabled me to find an angle for the Q, right? And then that gave me the Duskblade, which is kind of funny. So yeah, you should definitely think of traps as like extensions of the wall. Okay, you want to build it. You want to basically build the wall with your traps. I mean, this clip is just a typical trap first. I'm like, is work gonna go on me? If he is, I just trap first. So I trap first, and then he can't do anything, so you just EQ him. This is pretty basic, right? So one thing, if there is like an easy thing for you guys to take out of this, against melee diver, trap first. Yeah, a lot of these plays are looking like trap first. I mean, this is just another concave angle. I mean, it is really nothing to explain here except that I trapped the bush where someone will path. I don't know. I didn't know it was Kai'Sa, but I know someone's gonna path there. So yeah, very simple. This one's a classic. At the tower, if they are in front of the tower like this, you should just put a trap behind them, so that they're stuck. And then on trap, you can just EQ, EW. Sorry, yeah, you can just EQ or just Q them first or whatever. Very simple. This one's trapping engage. So in this case, it's actually really interesting. If you didn't know, traps in this area are invisible. Okay, so like traps in these spots are actually invisible to the enemy if they have no vision. So I don't know if you guys remember, but I had like a Twitch Rivals or tournament against Tyler 1, and there were traps here that were literally invisible. So on the enemy screen, they can't even see it when they round the corner. And so against this Rakan, he like tries to W past it, but he didn't even know it was there. And so on trap, we just Q and then we just dump all our abilities, and it's just a one fight, right? That's why we like playing against Rakan so much. They love to dash onto or ulti through these little choke points, these little trap angles. So it's great. Good stuff. You're a great matchup against Rakan. So it looks like the most common play, common play is going to be Q Flash and just generally good traps. A classic. This is just a classic convex angle. I mean, it's the same thing. And then on what's it called? Trap, you Q, right? If you want to finish the play yourself, you can on trap you can Q and then headshot and then E flash. You can try and go for something like that. But I didn't think I had the damage, so I didn't go for it. Someone got the finish instead. And then we can go rejoin the rest of the fight. I can't tell what's going on, so you should just trap to defend against the engage. And you can see that Hecarim did in fact try and engage on us. or I guess ulti us, maybe not, maybe engage is not the right word. But yeah, he tried to ulti us and he ulti right onto a trap. Okay, so anytime these melee champions are going on you, if they are not trapped, you did not do your job. More trap examples. In this case, Kayn is gonna take this path around an inhibitor. Very simple. On trap, Q, right? It's all the same stuff, right? Like you guys know how to do this. Okay, this one's a little bit more nuanced. So I was playing against the Yasuo bot, and then we need a Sona ulti to kill the Yasuo. So we want to siege a tower, but if they engage on it, Sona ulti is gonna get blocked by Yasuo wall, right? So I ultied first to get the Yasuo wall, and so when they go for some kind of like crazy, when they go for some kind of 2v2, we know the Yasuo wall is down, so I'm down to hit this tower, and then if we fight, I'm just gonna aim Yasuo, right? So we're fighting here. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna fight. We should trap ourselves, and then I'm waiting for the Sona. Waiting for this Sona ulti so I can trap him, right? Oh, Sona ulti trapped, and then Q on trap. Boom. GG, right? So that's why I ultied first. Sometimes ulti does not need to do damage. It can just get important abilities. This is kind of like a niche case. And then let's just look at this last one. We have a little team fight going on here. This is very simple. You just hit the closed guy. You just hit the closed guy. You CC on layer CC with trap. Dump EQ when you hit everything. And then walk forward, look for a headshot. I don't know what this guy's doing, but he's kind of trolling, right? The rest of this is just stacking headshot, right? So I'm just gonna kite until I have headshot. So yeah, this guy can't do anything. And then I should have Q on Vel'Koz. That was a big mistake, actually. I think if I don't Q on Vel'Koz there, that's not very good. The rest of this is chasing. I have no headshot stacks, but I think I can just right click him to death, which I can. And then yeah, they're all dead here. So more of a static into IE or Kraken or whatever kind of build. But yeah, that's kind of all the Caitlyn plays I have for you. So basically, in a nutshell, the mechanics you really need to know are trap yourself on engage, right? Trap yourself before engage. Q flash is a pseudo guarantee on Q, so when you're flashing an important ability, you should Q to combo or trap to combo. Always have Q flash or trap flash every time you flash, pretty much no exceptions. Every time you net, you must combo with the trap or Q because it's a free W timer. Because you can't do anything midair on net, so you might as well trap. And it's also a misdirect for your Q, so it's pretty much a free Q timer. So anytime you net, must trap or Q. Okay. The rest of it is trapping on convex angles, so that the game makes the enemy champion path on it. And then if you can cash out on Q, do it. So on trap, Q immediately. On team ACC, Q immediately. And that's pretty much it. Caitlyn in a nutshell, okay? Oh yeah, and last but not least, make sure you have headshot ready every time you go into a fight. So anytime you're clearing mid, make sure you have headshot after you clear the wave. That's why static is so good. So I hope you guys learned something from this video. If you did not, I am sorry. You should probably be teaching this champion, not me. I could probably learn a thing or two from you. If somebody teach me, feel free to leave something in the comments below or a video. I'm down. Always down to learn something about Caitlyn. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, definitely hit me up. I'll be reading the comments for this video. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Oh yeah, if you guys have these kinds of guides are like not really able to, I can't really make these daily, right? Because it's kind of like the same thing. So if you guys have like infinite daily content ideas, let me know. So what I mean by that is like right now our infinite content is gameplay. I just upload gameplay and it's edited. But I want to do something in the educational space. Okay, daily educational videos, which I'm sure you guys want as well. You guys want to learn. You guys, I think primarily most of you guys come to my channel to learn how to play ADC, right? Learn how to play the game. So if there's a infinite educational content idea you guys want to, you guys have, let me know. Basically the equivalent of daily gameplay, but something you guys can learn. Okay, let me know so that I can give it to you guys. One idea I did have was just like MidBeast did, where he's just like going over maybe new builds, watching someone play a new build, or watching pro players play a certain champion. Like maybe we could watch like Ruler play Kaiser or something. Yeah, just let me know if you guys have other infinite educational ideas. Okay, and if you reach this part of the video, you made it all the way. Thank you. To prove that you made it to the end of the video, I want you to type 1 as a comment in the chat. Let's see how many people type 1. Okay. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.